here in the Massive Loop homeworld. So if you've never been here, we have this is kind of our main space, and we have a bit of Easter theme here right now, just for the people that are celebrating the holiday. To my left over here, we have kind of our portal room. So we have most of the worlds that are in Massive Loop are all kind of set here, so people can kind of browse around and see the different worlds that we have and kind of choose the different experiences that you want to go check out. So if you've never been to some of these worlds, you can kind of see a little bit from the photo sort of what that world is going to be like. And if you can't tell from the photo, it might just be worth it to just go and check it out for yourself. So we feel like this is a good place to be able to give people access to lots of worlds and kind of browse around with their friends if they want to meet here as kind of their their home base. Here to the right here in the home world is a mirror room. So if you want to change your avatar, do whatever you want, if you can pull up your avatar menu, and then you can go through all the avatars that you have or the ones that you've created, and choose what you want. And then once you've chosen that avatar, you can pull it up and see yourself here in the mirror, and then go to the different worlds that you want to go check out. So first off, I want to just show off a couple of different features here in Massive Loop. So if you pull up your main menu, you can pull that up with your left hand, and then you can pull up your app browser here. So it's this little icon, and so here we have a couple of different options, and I won't touch on all of these today because some of these are full-fledged videos on their own. So we'll get to some of those, but one of the first ones I wanted to show off was just basically what we just showed in the other room. We have a full room for the mirror here, but you can pull up a mirror at any point if you wanted to see your avatar and check things out, and you're able to push and pull this mirror to any point. We've got Brandon right here. He's one of our developers that's joining us here today. And so you're able to, pull this up at any time if you want to. So this is a fun feature that we have that, we're really proud of. Another one that's really neat and hopefully useful for everybody is the ability to be able to pull up a web browser at any point. And from here, you can, type in, whatever you want. Or you can check out YouTube. You can go to, any Twitter or whatever you want to go look at. If you want to look at different social platforms, you're welcome to do that here. You can pull this up, and so this is just our Massive Loop homepage. So if you haven't signed up already, you can sign up here. And if you aren't aware, we're mentioned just a little bit earlier, but we are holding a World Creator Contest. So it's going March 27th through May 29th. So we have all the details here. Again, you can ask any questions if you have questions on our Discord. But anyway, this is a cool web browser that we put together that that you can pretty much pull it up at any point to be able to use this to check different things out. And then in lots of different worlds, we also have some places that you can have synced different screens, so you can have a web browser that people can use and be able to pull those up and interact with different pieces of content with people, and be able to watch the same thing at the same time. So it's kind of a cool feature. Another app that I want to show off is one that we feel like is totally usable on any world that you go to, and that's the camera. This is something we're really proud of. It just feels like the way these photos look in VR is incredible. It looks good in desktop mode as well, but we have a couple of different modes, so you can set it up like this. You can if you want to, you can actually turn it around, and you can have it kind of be a selfie mode. So again, we got Brandon, it's all mirrored here. We got Brandon here. So Brandon, if you want to come help me take a little picture. Great, perfect.
Sure thing.
Nice. So this is just like a photo that can be saved to your computer. We have a system that just will automatically give it a name, and it will save it in a folder for you. You're welcome to rename it here if you want. And some other features that we have of the camera is you can set it to selfie mode, and then you can actually pull up a tripod as well. Click on tripod mode, and it will pull away the camera like this. You can actually see it on the screen here as well. But if you wanted to set it up like it was a tripod, and then take this over here, and I can come, stand by Brandon and then have this set up. And if I even want to set this to a timer, you can set it to, whatever timer you want. So I'll set this just to like 3 seconds. And so once you press capture, you can see the bar starting to go. And then it will take the picture for you. But if you want to, expand and have a couple of different options with the photos that you're taking, you can have it kind of a standard 1x1, which looks good on Instagram and different social platforms. But you can also, switch it to like a 16:9, which is more, like a television type aspect ratio. And then if you also wanted to have it to where it would be like vertical content, if you were trying to do that with, if you want to do like an Instagram story or something like that, you could do it that way as well. And then now you have like a straight up and down piece of vertical content that you can take photos and be able to show that off to all of your friends and show Massive Loop in your own unique way with whatever kind of content you're creating. So it's a fun way for us to be able to make different kinds of content and just be able to give users different options on whatever it is they want to be able to do and how they want to create. So if you wanted it to be horizontal, you could just click the aspect ratio changing button, and then it will change it from vertical to horizontal. You can also change the zoom and all of that as well, and you can also change the the image quality here as well if you'd like to do that. If you wanted something on lower quality, you could do that. And then finally, for a world that's really dark, this world is obviously pretty bright, but we also have a flash that you can put on. So yeah, and from there, I guess we will do a little bit of world hopping. So Brandon and I will jump to another world and go check it out, and we'll go check out a couple of our features that we still haven't covered yet. So we'll go over to a night in Greece, and we will go from there. Okay, so this is one of our new worlds that we have that is created by one of our world creators, but it's called A Night in Greece. So you can come here and check it out at any point. It's kind of a little bit of like has a cool vibe. It's actually kind of like modeled after a wedding venue. So there's like an entire aisle here. You can see the flower petals kind of leading up to the altar here, and there's even some rings that are sitting here waiting. But a lot of times when we come here just to kind of hang out, because it just kind of has a cool vibe. If you come up here, you can also check out the pool, and there's some kind of different hangout spaces. So also plenty of food over there if you get hungry. Yeah, so just kind of continuing on with some of the different apps and stuff that we have here in Massive Loop. One of the ones that we're really proud of is the user compass, and that's just something that's pretty simple, maybe not in implementation and how it all works, but it's something that it kind of shows where everybody is in a world. So if you're in a huge world, you can see where different people are. So if you have a friend that is in one place or another, you can see that they're in the world, and then you can kind of place where they are on the compass. If you want to make an invite request, or you want to portal over to somebody, you can send a teleport request, and then they will receive a notification, and then eventually if they accept it, then you can be teleported straight to them. So I sent that over to Brandon, and he accepted it. So it's a cool way to be able to bounce around if you're in a huge world, or don't want to make the walk all the way to somebody. It's an easy way to be able to see where everybody's at. Two features that I'm not really going to touch on much today, but that we are really excited about is we have full body tracking that is in Massive Loop. So if you have all of the different sensors and thanks for the picture, Jay. If you have all of the different devices that you need to be able to make it work for full body tracking, you can check it out here. We have kind of like our instructions and how it works and that whole thing, and you can kind of check out your avatar and get it running from there. But again, we have an entire video that we have dedicated that we will talk about full body tracking in its entirety and how it all works, how to set it up, that whole thing. So next, I think I will touch on the director mode, which is another app that we're really excited about. It's really geared for people that are content creators or holding events. It's a way to be able to basically set up several different virtual cameras in a space. So if you were to hold an event, for example, each one of the cameras that are set up will be on an external monitor that you have on your computer, and you're able to kind of cycle through each one of those virtual cameras to be able to display a specific image. So there's a lot of really cool features with that we'll continue to get into, and including some things that we have for some of our people that like to do VTubing and that kind of thing, and being able to implement that to make it work. So that's something that we're really excited about showing. We haven't really put that in any videos or anything yet, but it is a feature that we're continuing to work on and listen to our audience to make it better, and to continue to make something that's really useful, that's already in our platform, that you don't have to have all these external apps and things kind of running in the background. You can basically be able to use that in Massive Loop already. So, and then finally the one that we implemented, one of the first things that we did as far as the apps were concerned was we really wanted to, focus on being able to allow people the ability to be able to, chat with each other. So if you, didn't have your mic working for one reason or another, you could, just go over and you could send, like a chat message to people. So you can just say hi to whoever. And then, once you do, you can start to see people responding. You can see the the full chat here. So if you're on desktop mode, you could be typing this with an actual keyboard, but virtually you're able to use the keyboard this way as well. So you're able to talk to people who maybe don't have a mic, or their mic's not working that day, or things like that. So and in that way you can continue to keep the ball rolling, or to be hanging out with your friends that even though things might not be working with their mic, or maybe they don't want to talk at all. Some people prefer that kind of thing, to just have more of a private experience and just kind of vibe around and hang out with their friends still, but can kind of communicate a little bit. So so this is a kind of a quick overview of what we have in Massive Loop, the different apps that people can test out and try them for yourself. For us, this is a lot of fun for us to think through all of the different features that are here, and to create things that are really usable for our audience, to be able to create a good experience for them. So I'll pull up the apps one more time so everybody can see them, but you can kind of see all of the different functionalities that we have. And what we haven't really touched on, again, is full body tracking, director mode, but those are things that we're continuing to work on. That's like a full video in its own right, that we really want to get into the details on that. So we've got Brandon and Jay in the background, I think dancing or something. Playing rock paper scissors, great. We'll touch on those on another day. This is just kind of a quick overview of us, showing off